I'm so excited to invite you into my farmhouse for a special Halloween tour that's cozy, charming, and just a little spooky. This season, we're blending traditional farmhouse warmth with playful Halloween touches. Think DIY skeleton decor, flickering candles, and fresh 2025 color palettes that feel both modern and nostalgic. Grab a cup of cider, settle in, and let's explore how to bring Halloween spirit into a timeless farmhouse home. Before we start the tour, let's talk about color, because that's where any seasonal transformation truly begins. The trending 2025 Halloween palette combines soft clay, deep sage green, muted pumpkin, and moody navy. These shades add warmth while keeping the look elevated and sophisticated. When layered with natural farmhouse textures, like wood, linen, and aged brass, they create a perfectly cozy backdrop for Halloween, steering us away from harsh orange and black themes. As you step onto the porch, you're greeted by a rustic wooden bench draped with chunky knit blankets, lanterns glowing softly, and a playful DIY skeleton sitting in an old rocking chair to welcome guests. Potted mums in deep burgundy and sage green framed the doorway. A wreath made of dried corn husks, miniature pumpkins, and sprigs of eucalyptus ties it all together, an inviting introduction to a farmhouse Halloween that feels festive yet welcoming. Stepping inside, the entryway continues the cozy theme with weathered wood hooks holding plaid scarves and straw hats, as if ready for autumn walks. A vintage console table holds a simple ceramic bowl filled with candy corn, surrounded by battery-operated taper candles for a subtle glow. A framed chalkboard sign with a hand-lettered, "Happy Haunting" greeting sets the tone, playful, not over-the-top spooky, keeping the vibe farmhouse-friendly. The living room is where the Halloween fun truly begins. Against a soft clay-painted wall, a life-size posable skeleton lounges comfortably on a slip-covered armchair, sporting a cozy plaid scarf. The mantel features a mix of antique candlesticks, copper pumpkins, and clusters of dried hydrangeas for a romantic autumn feel. Instead of bright orange, muted rust and sage throw pillows warm up the neutral slipcovers, keeping everything harmonious with farmhouse charm. For many farmhouse homes, the fireplace is the heart of seasonal decorating. Here, we draped gossamer thin faux cobwebs across the mantel, allowing antique brass candlesticks to peek through for a soft flickering light. A garland of dried orange slices and eucalyptus brings in a touch of nature, while tiny faux ravens perch along the edge, adding just enough spookiness without overwhelming the space. It's cozy, tasteful, and simple to recreate at home. One of the secrets to making Halloween decor feel elegant and grown-up is by layering textures. In the living room, we've mixed chunky knit throws, linen slipcovers, distressed wood accents, and soft velvet pumpkins. These tactile elements make the space feel inviting and visually rich, which is perfect for autumn gatherings. The goal is always to create warmth first, then add the spooky touches, so the farmhouse stays welcoming rather than theatrical. In the kitchen, the focus is on natural materials and soft seasonal touches. The butcher block counters are lined with jars of cinnamon sticks and dried apples, filling the air with autumn fragrance. A simple DIY skeleton hand-shaped hook holds a plaid dish towel near the farmhouse sink. Above open shelving, small copper lanterns glow beside white ceramic pumpkins, proving that even a Halloween farmhouse kitchen can feel charming, warm, and functional. Our dining space showcases how to elevate Halloween entertaining without losing farmhouse elegance. A reclaimed wood table is dressed in a linen runner in muted clay tones, layered with mismatched vintage plates and glassware. A simple yet dramatic centerpiece, a dough bowl filled with sage green pumpkins, dried wheat, and a tiny skeleton posed as if reaching for a candle, creates an unforgettable conversation piece. Candlelight completes the setting for cozy autumn dinners. this seasonal decor fresh and on-trend, we've incorporated the 2025 Halloween color palette throughout the home in subtle ways. Moody navy shows up on a painted sideboard, soft clay appears in linen napkins and accent pillows, and sage green carries through in potted herbs and vintage glass bottles. By weaving these hues naturally into the farmhouse's rustic backdrop, the decor feels timeless yet contemporary, perfect for seasonal makeovers. In the corner of the living room, a slip-covered armchair draped with a plaid blanket becomes the perfect reading nook. On the side table, an old enamel pitcher holds a few branches of dried eucalyptus, while a vintage lantern emits a soft, warm glow. A small DIY skeleton hand bookmark rests in a favorite mystery novel, an easy, whimsical touch that blends storytelling with seasonal decor. This space is an invitation to slow down and savor autumn evenings. Don't forget the small spaces that often go overlooked. In the hallway, a vintage ladder leans against the wall, draped with grain sack towels in muted seasonal hues. On a simple wooden shelf, tiny glass apothecary jars hold dried lavender, cloves, and cinnamon sticks. A miniature skeleton in a teacup greets passersby with a playful grin, proof that even transitional areas in a farmhouse can feel cozy and thoughtfully decorated for Halloween. The bedroom maintains a serene farmhouse look with its neutral bedding and linen curtains, but small seasonal accents make it special. A deep clay-colored throw drapes across the foot of the bed, while a pair of vintage bedside lamps glow warmly with amber bulbs. On the dresser, a white ceramic pumpkin and a small dried hydrangea arrangement nestle next to a playful mini skeleton figurine, reminding us that Halloween can feel comforting rather than chaotic. For friends or family visiting this fall, the guest room offers a warm welcome. A patchwork quilt in muted rust and sage tones sits atop the bed. On the nightstand, a small vase holds dried wheat tied with a copper ribbon, and a vintage-style alarm clock adds nostalgic charm. Hanging on the wall is a framed Halloween-themed botanical print, showing how even small, affordable details can make seasonal decor memorable and inviting. Back outdoors, the farmhouse porch steals the show at twilight. String lights twinkle above rocking chairs, while carved wooden pumpkins in soft pastel orange and sage stand beside tall lanterns with flickering candles. A friendly life-size skeleton waves from a vintage wicker chair, adding playful spirit without feeling frightening. These touches prove that you don't need extravagant decorations, just warm lighting, natural textures, and a touch of whimsy to bring Halloween magic to your farmhouse exterior. One of the joys of farmhouse Halloween decor is how easy it can be to DIY skeleton-themed pieces. Posable skeletons can be dressed in flannel shirts, seated in old chairs, or used as centerpieces. Smaller skeleton hands make clever hooks for dish towels or coat racks. Spray painting thrifted candlesticks in matte black or aged bronze adds drama without much effort. These projects are fun, affordable, and perfect for creating a cozy, playful vibe for the season. Lighting is the secret ingredient that makes all the other decor come alive. Throughout the farmhouse, we've used warm, soft bulbs in table lamps and lanterns, battery-operated tapered candles for mantels and shelves, and a few strands of fairy lights to highlight vignettes. Avoid harsh, bright lights. Instead, layer subtle, glowing sources that make the skeletons feel playful and the spaces welcoming, transforming your farmhouse into a cozy Halloween retreat. Many of this year's decor ideas focus on reusability and natural materials, perfect for farmhouse living. Dried florals, thrifted skeleton figurines, vintage candlesticks, and upcycled containers reduce waste while adding authentic character. Even the seasonal color palette leans into timeless tones, so accents like sage green ceramics and clay linen napkins can transition into winter decor. Making thoughtful, sustainable choices keeps your farmhouse both stylish and environmentally conscious. As we wrap up the tour, notice how every corner of the farmhouse combines comfort, nostalgia, and a hint of whimsy. The key to a successful cozy Halloween farmhouse is balance. Timeless rustic textures set the stage, trending 2025 colors keep it fresh, and playful DIY skeleton decor adds the seasonal fun. It's a style that invites everyone to relax, laugh, and celebrate Halloween without losing the warmth that makes farmhouse homes so beloved. Thank you so much for joining me on this cozy Halloween farmhouse tour. I hope it's inspired you to try simple DIY projects, embrace the new color trends, and bring seasonal charm into your own home. Remember, the magic of seasonal decorating isn't about perfection, it's about creating spaces that feel welcoming, personal, and filled with memories. So grab that plaid throw, light a few candles, and let your farmhouse glow with seasonal spirit this Halloween.